Jai Hind friends. In the last video we have discussed about the screening process and how we can get screened in. So few of my friends had a doubt about the story writing, and they wanted me to make a video on the story writing. So here is the some tips and tricks while we write story in the PPDT. Mind it is the story for PP and DT, which is a test that I have told you that it is conducted on the day 1, which is known as the screening day. Now, as we know that story writing is plays a very important and crucial role in the screening process. So, what can be the good actions to make a good story? So for a good story, as I told you in the first video also, that first and foremost action is the observe the picture carefully. Observe the picture carefully. Now this is the first action of your good story. Like if you want to make a good story, this is the very first and important action. So let me discuss about it in detail. Observe means every minute detail should be covered. Every minute detail present in the picture. Every minute details present in the picture need to be covered, need to be observed. Now what I mean to say every minute detail, it means that when you are observing the picture, sometimes you see that since it's a very hazy picture, since it is a very hazy picture, now since it is a very hazy picture, some of the detail cannot be observed very easily. Like if you see in the corners or in the background, or sometimes it's a crowdy moment and you see that there are some minute detail present in the background, so you may miss these details. So the observation of the picture is must. So as I told in the earlier video also, that while you observe for 30 seconds, you only observe 30 seconds, only observe. Now what can be a good action to observe? While you observe the picture, you can close your eyes partially, like we say in the dimming your eyes. Dimming your eyes means while you are observing, dim your eyes, look for minute detail present in the picture. So first action is to make a good story is to observe the picture carefully. While you observe the picture carefully for 30 seconds, it will be easy to make a good theme and correlate the picture. Now the second action is correlate every detail present in the picture. Now correlate by the means of correlation means that you add every detail in the story. Now why meaning of the adding the detail means, if you see that in the picture, suppose there is a very common picture that a boy is playing with a tank, and there is a picture of a defense person, or like maybe sometimes people say that it is his father's portrait, and one lady is standing in the background. So this picture of his father, or like whatever you observe, should be added in the story also. Story may this picture should also come. Now by correlation means every minute detail should be correlated in the story and every detail need to be added. Now third action will be making a good theme. By making a good theme means, as I told you in the earlier video also, that sometimes what is the first idea is a silly idea. By means of silly idea means this idea will not have good actions. You can have first idea as good idea, but most of the time what happens, the first idea is not a good idea. So go for second or third idea. Because see, there are other people also, and the first idea which you are getting from the picture will be same as the others also. So your story may be very common to the group, and your story may not be having a different action or like distinguished action. So go for second or third idea. So while you make a good theme, you think for think before you write. Think before you write. This is very important thing. Think before you write everything. While you are in the ssb this is the mantra for ssb: think before you write. In the psych test also, in the ppdt, and even in the gto one, that is gpe, and also piq. These are four things that is written in nature. These are four tests which are written in the nature, and in every test, think before you write. It is very important. Now in the story writing part, while you are thinking about the idea about the story or you can say theme of the story. So go for the second or third thought, as I told you. And before writing the story, you should make a mind map that what you are going to write and what should be the introduction of the story and actions. Now this action part is very important, and outcome. Now as I told you that action part is very important. Action is the main part, as because this thing will portray your thoughts. Now action should be logical, sequential and practical. These three types of action are important for a good story. Now logical means that story should look logical, that it can happen in the real life. Now sequential means that if first action should be something, then second action after after the first action is completed, then the second action should come. Like if you want to lodge a FIR, first you go to police station. So for going to police station, you need to take a uh, public transport, or you need to take a ride. I'm just giving you an example that action should be in the sequential manner. Now in the practical phase, that your action should be in the practical form, like they can be performed in the practical life also. So these type of actions are important. Now while writing the story, your introduction of the story should be Introduction of the story should be short, short and crisp. Short and crisp. Like if you say, suppose Ayush, a graduate, or a graduation student, while going to college saw an accident. Like this is your action. Okay, now in between, as soon he saw the accident, now the action part will come, and then the final outcome will be that person got saved. Person got saved. This should be outcome. Now if you divide it into 100% scenario, then it should be that 10% of your 10% of your story is should be introduction, 70 to 80% of your action, and 10% should be your outcome. Okay, this should be your brief about the story writing. Now briefly covering the whole thing what I told you in the picture, in the video, is that first thing is to be observe the picture carefully, observe, then theme, correlation, then your action, mind makeup, then your story should be having 10% intro, introduction, 72% 80% action, and 10% is your outcome. These should be your major point while writing the story. Now after you write this story, now if you make a wrong story or a correct story, that should not come to your mind. Whatever you have made is the final story. Now do not change the story and revise before you narrate. Revise before you narrate. For this video, this much I want to tell you, and if you have any doubt, please comment and also share with your SSB aspirant or